Good morning. It is about 6 a.m. it's 6:23 a.m. on Tuesday, August 12th. And I have to be transparent I haven't been consistent in my Ebony Swank venture as I decided to open up to be able to share my experiences so that you can actually learn from them. And we can call it teaching. As I'm always a student, I'm always a teacher too, because I like to be able to share my experiences with others. Not for shortcuts, but if I can allow excuse my voice, if I could allow my experiences to be able to help someone else, I don't mind that. Because again, I'm not selfish. I decided to create something that's related to, if you have an issue, if you're struggling with something, you can go ahead and give me a call and leave me a voicemail. And in that voicemail, I've decided to open up and answer with being transparent, very transparent. And again, with me not being consistent, that's the part where I'm falling short, which I'm disappointed in myself with. But we're going to figure out how to continue to do this as it goes into my schedule. My schedule is always full. And with my schedule being full and me having so much staff, I'm also a mother and a wife, and I have to do those things too. And when I'm given a chance to be asked, someone will say, well, how do you balance all of it? And it's really just not about trying to balance it. For me, it's more of just doing it. So some days I'm better than the others. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect mom. I'm not a perfect wife. I'm not a perfect CEO. I'm not a good manager at all. Wrong person. If you're looking for me to manage properly as it relates to others, I'm just a teacher and I'm a decision maker. And my decisions often have to be made quick. And for the ones that aren't, I allow it to sit with me, and that's when I sit with myself. One of the times that I'm sitting with myself, whenever I get the chance to. But for here, I'm going to show up as often as I can to be able to help you guys. Again, today I will be answering questions. I'll go ahead and play the message for you so that I can answer it in real time. I'm setting myself up because I don't have notes. Maybe I should grab a pen and paper just in case I need to take notes of what she's asking, so that I can hopefully be successful in my response, if that's okay with you. So let me go ahead and play it.
And I was trying to find out, I was on the live today, and my question was, do you scale a resale business the same way you do retail? And I was asking because my issue is not having multiple sizes in items. You did ask me, do I have a specialty in my resale boutique? And I said no. And I was trying to think of what would my specialty item be. So my question is, how do I determine my specialty item, and how do I scale when I don't have multiple sizes in items for my boutique? Okay, thank you. Hi, my name is
Okay, so it's a couple of different things here, and it's not challenging because I enjoy retail, and I definitely enjoy different things other than what I do, but it doesn't matter who I'm talking to. I always explain that retail is retail. So she just wants to be able to identify her product, that's her focus product, and because she's not size inclusive, and what those products basically should be, or what that product should be. And to answer this for you, my lady of pure elegance, what happens is that your customer tells you what your specialty item is, even if it's not size inclusive. So let's just say, for instance, in the handbag section or in the garment section, we know that some items will sell, or some items will, how can I put this? Some items run big, some items run small. So just because a size 10 comes inside of a garment doesn't necessarily mean that that size 10 is a size 10 for everyone, because it really depends on the designer. Now, you do resale, but you didn't tell me what type of resale you did, and I'm sorry I didn't do any due diligence as to researching this first. I guess that's first lesson for me. But depending on whatever you're selling, if the customer is gravitating towards an item, maybe it's jackets, and you sold more jackets in 1 month than you have ever have before, or you notice that people start going to one type of item, and but you have 10 items. So out of 10 items, people are gravitating towards the jacket. And when you're sourcing, you have to make sure that you're always finding that particular type of jacket. As an example, if we were to sell shoes and you notice that a kitten heel was selling more in that space, then you gravitate and you start going more towards kitten heels. One of the mistakes I've made when I first started Swank was I started buying everything that I liked, and that store completely failed. And this is when I initially opened up in 2009. And so when I reopened the stores in 2010, I was like, I have to research the customer, understand what the customer is actually gravitating towards. And once I opened again, I noticed that a lot of people will be coming in for birthday dresses. So then I shifted to always making sure that I had enough birthday dresses for me to make my number. And it would shift. So then I noticed that people were coming in looking for everyday things to just throw on and go. And that's how I really got into the jean game, and I amplified the jean game. So basically what I'm saying is that your customer is telling you what they're looking for, because if it's 5 customers or 2 customers that have asked for one particular or one specific thing, or they're gravitating towards that thing, even if they didn't purchase it, you go out and you start to buy things that are similar to that particular item or product. I don't want you to go, of course, buy everything that's that, but I want you to be able to test different things that are similar to it when you're sourcing your product. And then you start to gradually show them something else that could possibly align with the same product of what they're gravitating towards. I really like to be specific in my explanations. So as I explained before, the Sparkle Pop denim jacket that has all the gems on it. And I'm going to look for every Sparkle Pop type of jacket, denim jacket, and amplify that because I have a high markup and customers like it. But then with that, I'm going to also try to find something else that's similar. So you may have heard me talk about the Royalty t-shirt. This is the $125 t-shirt. And that also has gems on it. So I have like a gem family. And when I talk about gems, I'm saying rhinestones, colorful, popping things. So does my entire catalog assortment consist of everything rhinestone? No. But I do have a group that I have dedicated towards that particular type of product. And I go after that and I push that to the customer. And it works. But out of 5 of those products, 1 in that category may be a slow seller. And it could be multiple reasons why that is a slow seller. It could be the fact that they don't like it. It could be that I have too many running at the same time. And this one is basically, it's not getting enough, the showcase isn't bright enough for this one, or it's not getting enough attention, or the others are so bright, it's slowing down the other one. So after the first couple, which would be possibly the Sparkle Pop, or which would possibly be the Bear With Me jacket, once those die down or sell out, then I can bring another the jacket that's the slower seller, and make it look fresh, shiny, and new. And then they'll gravitate towards that. So retail is lots of thinking. It requires you to strategize consistently and always thinking of different things to do to push the product. And you also want to make sure that your pricing is aligned. You don't want to be priced too high, and you don't want to be priced too low. And your customers will let you know that. If you got 10 customers going towards the item and nobody is purchasing, that means something is wrong. And that's when we start to optimize. So I want to just be able to explain that in detail so that you guys can understand what I mean when I say gravitate, like not gravitating towards a product, but having focused products for your customer, and seeing if they will buy and testing them out. I definitely am here for that. Not sure if I missed something else with her. Let me play this again.
Need a moment. And I own Pure Essence Resale Boutique, and I was trying to find out, I was on the live today, and my question was, do you scale a resale business the same way you do retail?
Her asking, do you scale a resale business the same as you would do a regular resale? Absolutely, because there's lots of money in that, because you have one-of-a-kind pieces. You need to make sure that you're having one-of-a-kind pieces. And the thing with resale is that you can be more personable because you have one-of-a-kind pieces. I also, for the stores, go into resale shops, or places like Goodwill, Salvation Army, and I look for those gems that are in there. Not gems like Sparkle Pop, gems like one-of-a-kind pieces, and I offer them to be available in the stores, because customers like to find that product that makes them stand out and be unique. So yes, absolutely. But just make sure that you're really involved with your customer, giving them that one-on-one experience, just like your products are one of one. And you will continue to succeed. You definitely will continue to succeed. And if you have any other questions, I hope I answered your questions. I'll say that. I hope I answered your question in great detail. But, resale business is a really good business because you have so many things that you can do as it relates to one of one. But make sure that you're going towards what the customer likes. I will be open to looking at that with you, your website, or wherever your collection lives, but actually putting in the work and getting out there to show these things. When you have too much of something with resale, it's almost like I'm just going to go to a resale shop and just look myself. Like, even if you have tons of things, pull those things out. Pull out those things that customers will make them feel that this is a really great piece, and be very personable with those items. Again, I hope I answered your question. And, just for me wanting to be consistent in this space, I actually enjoy it. Again, it's like 6:38 now a.m. and I'm actually receiving peace just from having this conversation that I'm recording so that I can release it. I find peace in that. So I guess I just also realized that you guys are helping me with my mental, as it's not as much pressure doing this part of Ebony Swank. So again, if you have any questions or if you want to call in for your services, call 586-413-3008. That is, if you have any questions or you want me to answer you, go ahead and leave me a voicemail at 586-413-3008. Thank you so much again.